In 1996, I had a broken heart. My dad was diagnosed with cancer. I was trying to finish university, and essentially I was an emotional wreck. I also discovered the rave scene, which became my escape, and I fell in love with it. I would go to raves and I would dance for hours with my friends and listen to amazing music in fantastic warehouse spaces. The dancing had always been my medicine because I grew up as a dancer. So for me, it was an amazing escape from all the stuff that was going on in my life.
The last time we've seen something equivalent was about at the age of Woodstock in the late 60s. So I think it's a revolution, totally, a rave-o-lution actually.
People care about each other. They're non-judgmental about the way you look, the way you act, your sexuality, what have you. Totally not judgmental. And this to me is a utopian kind of world.
Psychiatrists were using it in psychotherapeutic sessions to allow people to feel that empathy and the closeness and the relatedness. However, as the drug started becoming more and more popular and it became first illegal in Canada and then illegal in the States in 1985, obviously the physicians were not using it at that point, and that's when it started to go into a more mainstream rave scene.
No, the ecstasy has never really been what raves are all about. I mean, people obviously have taken it at raves, and unfortunately that culture has been sort of labeled ecstasy with rave culture, and techno music is the same way as reggae music's been labeled with marijuana. Obviously not everyone takes it. I'm happy that a lot of people are experiencing rave music and are talking about that culture and that it's still alive, and all the power to it. Have fun, rave on, man.
I think it's going that way in North America right now too, actually. Now that the media has finally
well, that's exactly what killed it. Last time
the
press killed it, you know, it was kind of a fun name, wasn't it, that explained what it was, I suppose. You know, people went out raving. But then it became a real dirty word, you know. The press really turned it into something.
Ravers used to be called cheesy quavers.
And the rave scene is pretty sexy. You're talking about children, young people, and you're talking about drugs. And it doesn't get any sexier than that.
I came to the rave community about 5 years ago. Some folks had the idea to set up sort of a health education outreach program in Toronto, modeled after similar projects in Europe. And I'm a community health nurse, and so they came to me to see if I could get involved in setting up the Toronto Raver Info Project, is what it's called. So that's how I first came to the rave community, and there's much of it that I actually fell in love with. The music is absolutely wonderful, and so is the spirit of the people. So.
Techno, jungle, whatever it is, it's people actually trying to get creative. There's something inside of them, and they're trying to give it a translation. And then what happens is it comes out in that music, which is the media they're using, and it inspires people because at the time it's quite new. But unfortunately, what that does, new always attracts, you know, it always attracts things to it. And unfortunately, with many things, it attracted a certain element to it, and you know, the rest is history.
Where the rave scene lives on right now is mainly in the hearts of the people who raved in the 90s.